Let's talk about the war in West Asia that has erupted into a multi-front conflagration now, with missiles, drones and airstrikes lighting up skies from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean. For the third consecutive day today, the United States and Israel have pounded targets inside Iran, striking weapons, stockpiles, missile sites and production facilities, even as Tehran and its allies unleashed a barrage of retaliatory fire across the region. Iran claims that it has also fired its most advanced hypersonic missile toward Israel and U.S. bases in the region, the Fattah-2, which is Iran's most advanced hypersonic missile. Fattah-2, remember, has made its debut in the ongoing war against Israel. In a separate incident, Iran has claimed that it fired ballistic missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln, a claim which has been denied by the U.S. Central Command. It called it a lie. Instead, the U.S. Central Command responded with a show of strength, showing aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln conducting night flight operations in support of Operation Epic Fury. Iran and Iran-backed groups, remember, have fired missiles at Israel and Arab states, apparently hitting the U.S. Embassy compound in Kuwait as well. This comes as Israel and the United States pounded targets in Iran, even as this war intensifies for the third consecutive day. These are the images of smoke rising from the vicinity of the U.S. Embassy compound in Kuwait City. Reports state an alarm was heard after the Iranian attack, which came shortly after the U.S. issued a warning to Americans in the area to take cover and for others to stay away. There were no immediate reports on damage or casualties. But remember, this comes after Kuwaiti Defense Ministry said that 3 U.S. warplanes had crashed in Kuwait. These are the images of a military aircraft falling from the sky in Kuwait's Al Jahra area. It is accompanied by a parachuting pilot following the strikes. The plane was flying over Kuwait at the time of the strike. U.S.-flagged tanker has been hit in Bahrain as well. Tanker Stena Imperative has been hit by 2 projectiles. 1 shipyard worker has been killed as a consequence of this. The strikes caused fire, which is now contained. The crew is reportedly safe. The tanker remains in the port of Bahrain. This is, remember, the first known attack on the U.S.-flagged vessel. America has confirmed 3 of its fighter jets have been downed in strikes. The U.S. Central Command says 3 U.S. F-15 Strike Eagles flying in support of Operation Epic Fury went down over Kuwait due to an apparent friendly fire incident. Meanwhile, Iran's Revolutionary Guards have claimed that they targeted the office of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the headquarters of the Israeli Air Force. Iran and Iran-backed groups fired missiles at Israel and multiple Arab states, turning the entire region into a battle space. Meanwhile, blaming Iran for the previous attacks on Americans in the region, U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said that Washington did not start the war, but under President Donald Trump, it will finish it. He asserted that the situation this time in West Asia will not be as similar to Iraq in 1991.
America, regardless of what so-called international institutions say, is unleashing the most lethal and precise air power campaign in history. B-2s, fighters, drones, missiles, and of course, classified effects. All on our terms, with maximum authorities. No stupid rules of engagement, no nation-building quagmire, no democracy-building exercise, no politically correct wars. We fight to win, and we don't waste time or lives.
But the human cost is mounting. Iran has 555 people killed, 774 injured. Israel has 9 people killed and 40 injured. Lebanon has 31 killed and 149 injured. The toll in Syria is 5. Those of injured is 3. Iraq has 2 people killed and 3 have been injured, while Kuwait has 1 person killed and 32 people injured. Bahrain, on the other hand, has 1 killed and 2 injured. Qatar has 16 people who are injured, while UAE has 3 people killed and 58 injured, and Oman has 1 person killed and 4 injured. Iran is believed to possess thousands of missiles and drones capable of striking across the entire West Asian region. Although its arsenal was degraded in the previous June skirmish, Tehran has been rebuilding its inventory. Israeli estimates had put Iran's missile stockpile between 1,000 and 1,500 by mid-2025, which is down from 2,500. But replenishment efforts were underway. The region now stands on a knife's edge with the possibility of a prolonged and wider war. As Donald Trump claims, the operation in Iran could go on for 3 to 4 weeks. And even as missiles fly, a dramatic power shift is unfolding in Tehran. Following the unconfirmed assassination of Iran's supreme leader, in fact confirmed, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran has triggered Article 111 of its constitution. That provision mandates that if the country suddenly lacks a supreme leader, a 3-man council must assume absolute authority until a permanent successor is chosen. The interim triumvirate is now in place. President Masoud Pezeshkian will handle the executive branch. The judiciary chief, Gholam Hossein Mohseni Ejei, will oversee the legal and security apparatus, and Ayatollah Ali Reza Arafi has been appointed as the guardian council jurist on the panel. Together, these 3 men temporarily wield the sweeping powers once held by Ali Khamenei. Now, before his death, remember, Khamenei had privately indicated preferred successors as well, including Mohseni Ejei, his chief of staff, Ali Asghar Hejazi, who is reportedly killed by the Israeli strikes, and Hassan Khomeini, the grandson of the Islamic Republic's founder, Ruhollah Khamenei's son, Mojtaba Khamenei, who is a long and powerful figure behind the scenes, is favored by some hardline factions. But Khamenei has made it clear that he did not want the position to become hereditary.
Well, we cannot tell for sure or just predict who is going to succeed Khamenei. But of course, there has been a new face, Ali Reza Arafi, who has just assumed the post, not as the supreme leader, but as a member of this transitional leadership council, which comprises the Iranian president, the justice chief, and a representative coming from the Assembly of Experts. So the Assembly of Experts is an entity that is very much crucial for the Islamic Republic. It is in charge of dismissing the leader and choosing the new supreme leader for Iran.
Iran now faces a dual battle, one on the streets and skies of West Asia, and another within the corridors of power in Tehran. As missiles roar and smoke rises, the future of the Islamic Republic and the stability of West Asia hangs in balance.